Hey guys, out here in the garage, just brought the green extension ladder out. I'm gonna put this up here and see if I can get some of these styrofoam tunnels stapled to the underside of the OSB roofing up here. I have to get them in all these bays on the north and south side, south side, and then I can start doing more insulating. But I got to get the styrofoam stapled up against there first. So we're gonna see if we can reach all right with this green extension ladder. It's fairly lightweight, easy to move around. It's the ladder I use to get up and down from the main floor to the loft, so not being able to go up there to the loft right now, but see if we can reach all right. Just start right here just for the heck of it. Looks like that'll be good. Yeah, all right. I've got 3 pieces of styrofoam up there already. Start out with those. Okay, why don't I shoot? Hey guys, it's a new day. Much cooler in here than it was when I was in here yesterday. I was probably not a very good video host yesterday. I was just miserable in here, feeling lightheaded and dizzy from all the heat and everything, you know. Just especially up here, you get up here at the top of the ladder and all that heat from the loft area, it's like an oven up there. So yeah, I was just soaking wet and just probably shouldn't even have had the camera running. But anyway, today's a much better day. But I have a limited amount of time to work on it today. I just put a couple more of these up already and just not turn the camera on. Get a little bit more done, and then Judy and I have a couple errands we have to run. And I'll probably do more of this later this afternoon or early evening. Something's holding me out here a little bit. All the nails sticking down through the OSB, nails and staples and stuff. That kind of holds you out on some stuff, you know. Well, I tell you, I cannot wait to get this garage floor all backfilled and leveled off and everything. Right now, it's like an obstacle course walking through here. But gotta get my pipes in for my outdoor, for my drains for the eaves troughs. You know, gotta get the underground pipes in for those so I can backfill outside up to the bottom of the doors, and then once I get backfilled outside up to the bottom of the doors, then I can take all that plywood off those 3 doors and drive the tractor right through here, kind of just pull up to the edge, keep dumping it in here until it makes like a ramp on the inside in front of each door, and then just keep coming in farther and farther. Dirt up here, and then stone here, and then more dirt over there. And we'll get some drain tiles in here for ice and snow runoff. This floor will be heated, but we'll only keep the garage heated to about probably 50 degrees in the wintertime. But that having it heated down here will also help Kaylee's area to not be too cold up there. It'll make it heat easier with the 50 degrees down below it instead of like if it was a outdoor floor or something. Anyway, that's the game plan. Garage will be heated, but not hot. Now, the tunnels are done on the north side of the garage. I said I gotta figure out some way to get insulation in that empty space behind that 2x4 there. I know one thing that is back there is one huge bee's nest, because we had a bee problem here 2 years ago, and they're all going in and out of that big empty cavity there. And a friend of mine came over and told me to set up a shop vac, put about that much soapy dishwater in it, in the bottom of it. And what I did was I took a long piece of PVC hose, like a, 12-foot length or something, or maybe 20-footer, and stuck it right over next to the main place where they were going in and out from up there in the loft area. Hooked that hose on the end of it, the vacuum hose, turned the vacuum on. There's one little spot where they were going in and out up there, and they also come in and out down here a little bit, mostly up top. So I left that vacuum cleaner running for like 2 days. When we dumped that thing out, I bet you there was a couple, I'm gonna say probably close to a couple thousand bees in there. It was just like a bee carpet when you dumped it out. It was enormous, and there was still, you know, a couple left here and there, but for the most part, it got rid of that. And then I sprayed stuff up in there, bee spray in there. I drilled a couple holes up above and tried to squirt stuff every which way in there. And so they're gone, but I bet there's one big old dead bee nest up in there. Maybe that might be good insulation, who knows? But I do need to get that insulated. So I gotta switch over here and start getting the south side done. Hey guys, I was just working on putting the tunnels up. I was getting ready to put a couple up in that far corner over there. I got to looking at all this scrap 2x4s and 2x6s and 2x8s and stuff like that, and decided I was gonna pick a few up and put them inside of the house, because I have brand new ones over there I've been cutting up when I need a piece that's, you know, 1.5 to 2.5 foot long, cutting them up for stuff. And I've got pieces out here that are longer than that are plenty good for those type of things. So I was throwing plastic bags out here into the inside of the house, and those boards, like I said, I put those boards right in here so I can use these over again in those bags. And then Nashville here walked right up here like he was going to come out here in the garage until I rattled those plastic bags when I put them in there, and then he didn't want to be out here. He's a good kitty. He's the youngest one. We have him, and then we have Bella and Bailey, which are sisters. They are about, I think they're, shoot, Judy'd have to tell you for sure, probably close to 10 years old. Nash is probably 3.5 or 4 years old. He has short hair. The two girls have long hair, and they get so matted and nasty. Hey, Nashville. Hey, buddy. You gonna come talk to the camera? You gonna come talk? Hi, buddy. Hey. Come here and see me. Come here, bud. Come here, Nash. Psst, psst. Nashville. Nashville, come here. Psst, psst, psst. Come here. Come here, bud. I know you'd like to get your ears scratched. Come here. Nashville. Come here, bud. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. How are you, bud? Yeah, you don't get as much attention lately, do you? You're used to being in the house, little house with us all the time. Okay, I guess I better get back to work. You be good, Nash. See right there in that ladder, there's a hole in the wall right there. That's where there's going to be plumbing going out for an outdoor water spigot. The wall here goes actually over a little bit farther and then turns and goes that way outside. And in that corner, there's going to be flowers and stuff. She's going to have a water spigot there for hose. And then down at the other end of the garage, see, you got another hole right there on the end. There'll be another water spigot going out. That one, let me back you guys up a little bit. That one there and there are going to be for outdoor electrical outlets. That one's for a faucet. There's going to be another faucet on the back side. Right, I believe that's the one right there. There's one for electrical and one for water out here somewhere. The water one might be behind one of these wood patches. But anyway, there's going to be water and electric on the back side of the garage too. Oh, maybe that might be water way down there, because the ground is a little lower out there than it is on the front side. There's going to be an electrical right there. And I think that's going to be the water one right there. It's probably got foam in it, but otherwise if that just patched a hole, then there's water hose behind one of these wooden patches, or a water hole. Another electrical down there. You figure, you know, it costs very little. Oops, right there. There's an electrical tube going out. It costs very little to put this stuff in ahead of time. There. Costs very little to put it in. but immense convenience later. It makes good sense to put them in, for an extra whatever it's going to cost. Very little for each one, an extra outlet, and a little bit of wire, a little bit of my own labor. You can be doing something out there and have either plug in a radio or a electric gardening tool or whatever you need to. Christmas lights, whatever. You can plug in Christmas lights around the house if you want to. Okay, I got another tunnel to put up there, and then got to move the ladder. Let go. There we go. Tell you what, I've had this cough for going on 3 weeks now. Went to the doctor, got some stuff for it. Thought I got rid of it, and it just came back down again. So don't know what's going on there. Let's get that checked out. This might just go away in the next few days, hopefully. Oh, got an old bird nest up here that I'll have to knock down. It's got to be an old one because the birds haven't been in here for at least a year. There we go. Okay, there's that one. And this one is going to have another. This one's not so bad. I can insulate this one. But that one over there is boxed in because of this 2-foot center going across there. That's boxed in and can't insulate it like I can this one. This one here will be insulated just fine. I'll just put a 12-inch thick bat running this way, right across there. Get that bird nest out of there, run it this way, we'll be good to go. You can get out here and get all these darn patches off of here. Those are all for holding the styrofoam all together in weak spots when you're putting your re-rotten concrete in there and everything, especially pouring the concrete. We had to use more bracing than normal because they say you don't want that concrete to drop over 11 or 12 feet, because when it hits the bottom, like that wants to blow styrofoam off if you're not careful. A couple of our drops were 15 feet, but we put extra bracing in the areas where we knew, where we knew it was going to be risky, and we were very lucky. On the north wall of that garage here, we had one area up near the middle of the wall that started to blow out, but luckily, while I was pouring concrete, Judy and my neighbor Steve went around the north side and put some patches out there where it started to bulge and saved it from cracking. While I went around other areas here, pouring on other areas, and then after they got patched, then I came back over to where they were at. And the other thing we did too on this house is they recommend re-rod every so often on the bottom 2 rows, and then, or actually on the bottom row and then every other row from there is what they recommend. And about every I think 42 inches is about the widest span they recommend for your verticals. We put re-rod around the bottom 2 rows instead of just the bottom row. And some of these pours came up part way. We poured, went on to other areas, and then came back and built the wall up farther. Some walls we build full length, but it depended on different situations, different things came into play. But the ones where we built them up part way, I made sure that the top 2 rows also had it in there. So bottom 2 rows, every other one, top 2 rows. Then when we started the next going up, like on the 2-story part, the basement main floor, when we started the next, we put it in the bottom 2 rows again, which, you know, mid-house. So you got 2 at the bottom, every other one, 2 at the top of that pour, 2 at the bottom of the next pour, every other one, 2 at the top again. So there was extra re-rod. And wherever we had long spans, like above these garage doors, there's 4 lengths of the 5/8 re-rod above each door, 2 down low and 2 up high. And where we had like a 16-foot wide slider, huge opening there. That one, I put 4 rows of 5/8, and I'm trying to think, it was 2 rows or 4 rows of 7/8. So that bridge across top, that 16-footer has some 7/8 re-rod and some 5/8 re-rod, and it's just beefed up big time. Same with across all the 8-foot sliders and the 6-foot sliders and everything like that. But that 16-footer especially, we put bigger re-rod in part of it, and that thing is like a bridge. You could drive a car across it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We got that part done, and time to go down and take a shower, get cooled off. And hey, give us a thumbs up if you would, please, if you enjoyed it. And if you feel so inclined, it would be awesome if you'd subscribe if you're not already. Hope you enjoy. Have a good afternoon or morning or whenever you're watching this. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. Hey, how are you, huh? How are you? Come here. No, don't want to? Okay. Think they enjoy seeing you. You're a handsome guy. All right. See you, everybody.